In this video I will explain about Bitcoin cryptocurrency. If you like this video, please click on the like button and share. Let's start the video. Bitcoin is a decentralized digital currency that was created in 2009 by an unknown individual or group using the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto. It operates on a peer-to-peer network, meaning that transactions are made directly between users without the need for an intermediary such as a bank or payment processor. Bitcoin transactions are recorded on a public ledger called the blockchain, which is maintained by a network of computers around the world. These computers, called nodes, work together to validate and confirm transactions and prevent double spending. One of the unique features of Bitcoin is its limited supply. The total number of bitcoins that will ever exist is capped at 21 million, which is expected to be reached sometime in the year 2140. This limited supply, combined with its decentralized nature and growing adoption, has led some to view Bitcoin as a potential store of value and a hedge against inflation. Bitcoin has also spawned an entire ecosystem of other cryptocurrencies, as well as blockchain-based platforms and applications that are being developed for various use cases, such as smart contracts and decentralized finance. Now let's see what is Bitcoin Wallet. A Bitcoin wallet is a digital tool that allows users to store, manage, and transfer their Bitcoin holdings. Bitcoin wallets come in different forms, including software wallets that can be installed on a computer or mobile device, hardware wallets that are physical devices that store the private keys needed to access the Bitcoin stored on the blockchain, and online wallets that are hosted by third-party services. When a user sends or receives Bitcoin, the transaction is recorded on the blockchain, but the ownership of the Bitcoin is determined by a pair of keys, a public key and a private key. The public key is used to receive Bitcoin payments, while the private key is used to access and spend those funds. Bitcoin wallets store and protect the private keys needed to access a user's Bitcoin holdings. It's important to note that Bitcoin wallets do not actually store the Bitcoin itself, but rather the private keys that allow users to access and control their Bitcoin on the blockchain. As a result, it's crucial for users to keep their private keys secure and protected, as anyone who gains access to them could potentially steal their Bitcoin. Now let's talk about how the Bitcoin transaction works. Bitcoin transactions work on a decentralized, peer-to-peer network, which means that transactions are made directly between users without the need for an intermediary like a bank or payment processor. When a user wants to send Bitcoin to someone else, they broadcast a message to the Bitcoin network that includes the recipient's public key, which acts like a Bitcoin address, and the amount of Bitcoin they want to send. This message is verified by other users on the network, who confirm that the sender has sufficient funds to complete the transaction. Once the transaction is verified, it is recorded on the blockchain, which is a public ledger that contains a record of all Bitcoin transactions. Each block on the blockchain contains a batch of transactions, and once a block is added to the blockchain, it cannot be altered or deleted. Bitcoin transactions are irreversible, meaning that once a transaction is confirmed and added to the blockchain, it cannot be undone or reversed. This is one of the features that makes Bitcoin appealing for certain use cases, such as international remittances or online purchases, as it eliminates the risk of chargebacks or fraudulent transactions. However, Bitcoin transactions can also be slow and costly compared to other payment methods, particularly during times of high network congestion or when transaction fees are high. Now let's see who controls the Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not controlled by any single individual or entity, but rather operates on a decentralized, peer-to-peer network. The Bitcoin network is maintained by a global community of users who run specialized software on their computers, which work together to validate and process Bitcoin transactions. Because Bitcoin is decentralized, no single party has the power to control or manipulate the network. Changes to the Bitcoin protocol and software are proposed by developers and implemented through a process of community consensus, with changes requiring the support of a significant majority of the network's users in order to be accepted. While no one controls Bitcoin, there are a number of individuals and organizations that contribute to the development and maintenance of the Bitcoin network, including developers who work on the Bitcoin software, miners who process transactions and secure the network, and companies that provide Bitcoin-related services and products. Ultimately, the power of Bitcoin lies in its decentralized nature, which makes it resistant to censorship, government control, and other forms of centralization. These all about Bitcoin information. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.